We're here to help you get started.
With options like secure checking, student checking, and even senior checking, we can help you find the account that best fits your current needs. National Bank. Local, friendly, ready to serve you.
Member FDIC.
Back again here at Big Papa's Smokehouse in Lebanon. Hal Goo, Jamie Murphy here with head coach of the Marion County Knights. We've been talking to Ross Brown. First show, first two games already under your belt. Yeah. What were you playing? You always playing as a coach for what to expect. First year coming into Marion County, your father, what a great success story Mark Brown is in the area, not just Marion, but in the area with Nelson. What were some of the things you were thinking about coming into Marion County?
Well, just come into a new place, it's a rebuild from the ground up, especially if you're not doing the same thing the previous coach was doing, right? So if you're completely changing offensive and defensive strategies, then the kids are starting from ground zero and learning your system, right? So we knew it was kind of a floor up kind of job, and it will get better each day and each week as we go along. And like I said, I've told the seniors before, I feel bad because they're not even going to get to experience the full extent of it, right? So when you're taking over a program, you go into year 2 and year 3, and that's when you really start turning the corner. Everybody understands it because they've been doing that system for a year or 2 under their belt now. But these kids are coming along pretty quickly. And, we gave up a game last week that we probably shouldn't have, probably because we're brand new to what we're doing and we're making quite a few mistakes, and had that not been the case, then we wouldn't have given that one up. So there's growing pains, but it's kind of ahead of schedule of where we thought it would be at this point.
You're a coach, and Elizabethtown, some of your past experiences in it, even when you played high school ball. Yeah. What you knew about Marion County? What led you to Marion County with the opening?
Well, it's just it holds a special place in my heart because this is where I was born. Not necessarily where I was raised the majority of my childhood, but this is where it all started for me. So that being number one, but I mean, look at it's a wonderful community with great people in it. It's a one school community. Everybody supports one another, and it's just I don't think it gets any more ideal than that for a high school sports program.
And Jamie, in Bardstown, you start talking about the name Brown in high school football. Now you have Mark Brown, but now you also hear his son's name mentioned a whole lot.
You do. And speaking of Bardstown, when you're trying to build a program, Coach, we think of Bardstown, for example. We think speed, athleticism. That's their identity they've built for decades now. What do you want the identity of Marion County football to be?
Toughness, because year in and year out, you don't know what kind of speed and athleticism each new class coming in is going to have. But the one thing that will survive through all of it is physical toughness in this sport that we're playing. So, obviously it's important to have speed and athleticism for success and stuff like that. But really, it's the mentality and the toughness that I think that holds true no matter what the situation is.
How do you coach toughness?
It's hard to, right? You can tell about it, and you can, ask for it. But a lot of it is, the kid's either, aggressive or is not. However, repetition and other examples around him can help lead him in that direction, right?
Class 4A, District 2. Talk about some of your district opponents this year that you've got coming up.
Well, I mean, it's a tough district when you look at it. We've got some pretty good teams in there. E-Town's pretty good. Taylor is pretty good. Really, I mean, I don't see a team in there that's not pretty good, where you're not going to have to pack a lunch every week and be prepared. Right. So it's going to be challenging, but in my experience as a coach in my years, it's around these, worked in, so I'm very familiar with these teams. The players are very familiar with the teams that are in our district as well. But it's going to be an uphill battle, but one that I think we can win.
1-1. Your first game, pretty exciting, playing Bethlehem. Talk about getting ready for that. You played neutral site up in Danville.
Right.
Well, it was a great venue, by the way. I love what they've done with the stadium up there. But, it being new and the kids being new to the coaching staff, too, we didn't really know what to expect. Kind of like the box of chocolates for us going up because this was the first time that we'd ever played a real game, the kids with us and us with them. So didn't know what to expect. They seemed to be ready to go, and that seemed to be a good sign. But I've had teams that have looked ready to go before and not been, and teams where they were so calm that whether they're ready to go, and then they turned it on as soon as the game started. So just getting a read and a feel for each other before the game, I think it was new for everybody, me trying to judge them and them trying to judge me, right?
Well, Tim Mangley's just done a wonderful job over there. Last year he did. He's maybe lost a few players last year, but I think Jack Bradley's come back. I saw him last week. He's played well. I still think that this Bethlehem Eagle team is a very competitive team.
What he's done speaks for itself. And he is a great coach. And they did graduate some guys, like you said. They've got some key pieces still back there. And I think that, they're poised for another good season. He does such a good job.
Right.
And some of, like you said, the quarterback's good. And they got a lot of pieces that are good. They got a young receiver that bodes well for the future for them. A freshman caught a couple of touchdown passes on us. And I think Coach Mattingly is going to get it going.
5-point victory. What did Marion County do right that night?
Well, not a whole lot.
You still brought the W out of Danville.
You're right.
Even if it was against Bethlehem, that's pretty good when you come out with a W over there.
Right, you're right. Like I said, Bethlehem was I don't know how far they made it last year. It was a state semifinals
Sure
or a
did.
region final,
Yes, sir.
somewhere there. And so what that program's about. And so even just to get any kind of victory against them was we were appreciative. But we're new to this. We're making a lot of mistakes right now. The kids, are things that some people are confused about, and that's one of the messages I've been sending them the past couple of weeks. Imagine when we do everything right, how good we can be, right? Because we got a victory in week 1. We still should have got the victory in week 2, even with all that we did wrong. So, it's a growing process and learning. And when we do get it all going together, I think we can be pretty dangerous.
Yeah, and Hal got to talk about the good win with Bethlehem. Last week you mentioned it, close loss in that contest last Friday night. What are some little things you can do to avoid those mistakes moving forward?
Attention to detail. We had a lot of blown assignments. We scored on a play that that was a theme throughout the night. We missed a lot of blocking assignments, people not going to the right spot, and which led to some mistakes. And then, when you fumble the ball inside your own 10, and then on the last drive, even doing it wrong, still had a chance to win at the end of the game, and then we fumble inside theirs. So, ultimately it was too much to overcome. All the mistakes are correctable. And, if we could run that back and do it again, then it wouldn't end up like that. And the players know it, and we know it. And it's unfortunate that we had to give up a game to learn that. But hopefully that sinks in a little bit because they know we should have won that game.
How are your nerves, Coach? 2 weeks and 2 one-possession games already.
Yeah, it is. It's coming down to the wire every game. But, as a coach, you like it that way. I've been in a lot of games where that was the case. I've been in a lot of games where that wasn't the case. And, sometimes it's not even fun to coach the games when it's not. You know what I mean? So as far as, my love for this game, and you love moments like that. So it's been fun. It's been fun.
This is the Tuesday night coaches show with Ross Brown, head coach of the Marion County Knights. We're at Big Papa's Smokehouse right here in Lebanon. We invite you to join us. We're going to take a time out. We'll be back with more in just a moment. Again, high school football. It is a G&G production.
When you want barbecue done right, head to Big Papa's Smokehouse in Lebanon. At Big Papa's, we take pride in smoking our meats low and slow in our very own outdoor smoke pit, using a special blend of hickory and oak wood for that rich, savory flavor. Pulled pork, brisket, ribs, all seasoned with our original in-house rubs and recipes, then smoked to perfection with delicious sides and desserts. Taste the difference that only Big Papa's can deliver. Find us at 737 West Main Street in Lebanon or call 270-699-2321. Big Papa's Smokehouse, where every bite is smoked with pride.
Opening an account is easy at Farmers National Bank. We're here to help you get started.
With options like secure check, student checking, and even senior checking, we can help you find the account that best fits your current needs. Farmers National Bank. Local, friendly, ready to serve you.
Member FDIC.
Looking for custom t-shirts or embroidery? Come see us at United Threads in Lebanon. Whether it's for your ball team, your business, a family reunion, fundraiser, or your club, we've got you covered. From hats to shirts, we can design it, screen print it, and embroider it. All done in-house with top quality results. Find us at 100 Corporate Drive right behind Hardee's and next to Kroger in Lebanon. That's United Threads, because when you look good, united.
Good evening, everybody. We're back at Big Papa's Smokehouse. I want to remind you, every Tuesday evening at 6 o'clock, we'll be live here at Big Papa's Smokehouse, having the Marion County Coaches Show throughout the rest of the season with Ross Brown, head coach of the Marion County Knights. He'll be here with us. We do want to remind you that our game of the week on G&G Productions this week will be Marion County taking on Washington County. We invite you to join us for that. Again, if you have questions about how to set that up on your television, it's really easy to do. We've got a lot of tutorials for you to go look through, and we can make sure to keep it easy for you on your Roku, and that way you can pick us up on YouTube. And if you miss this show live, you can watch it anytime you want. That's the great part about streaming. You know, if you don't want to watch it till 6 a.m. the next morning, Coach, we could do just that. But thanks for committing to do this show with us. It is kind of interesting, you know, both of us coming from the radio business, how the live streaming has been just so popular anymore, especially for high school athletics. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm not. That's the way everything's going nowadays, and it sure does. Like you just talked about, the fact that, you know, on this platform you can at any time watch this show. You don't have to be there, you know, at that time for the radio show, and it just makes everything a lot more convenient.
Kentucky Cooperage is a big part of this community, always have been. They've sponsored the bowl games that evening. Talk about the setup for the Kentucky Cooperage Bowl games at Marion County.
Well, we had Danville and Fairdale play the first game in 6:30, which turned out to be a really good game. Went back and forth. I think Danville ended up pulling that. We had Knox Central in the nightcap there, which I don't think we got kicked